And we are live. Hello, hello, and welcome from a very warm and muggy Seoul, South Korea. Thanks for joining me on this Saturday night. It's currently 10:01 p.m. Missed our 10 p.m. sharp Q mark there, but hey, that is all right. Thank you so much for joining me. I haven't seen you guys in a while. I canceled my TTT and my Tuesday taste test, so I have missed you. But we are back. Thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know how you are doing and what you're up to. For me, for the first time, hi, my name is Paul from Tastesseoulgood. Come live to you multiple times throughout the week. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. And this past Tuesday, I just wasn't feeling up to it, so took the night off. But I'm so glad to be back with you. I brought a little friend here that we'll be checking out here in a little bit. But I see a lot of you are joining us already. I see our friend Bridget out in Mississippi is here. Good morning to you. Bridget, enjoy your Saturday morning. It's so cool is here. Hello, Sarah. Our friend Melanie is here. And our friend Mandy's saying good morning or good evening. Exactly. We have all the different time zones around the world covered. Hope you guys are all doing well. It has been a hectic week for all of us here in Korea. You know how it is, returning back from a long holiday. So if you don't remember, last week was the largest holiday in Korea. It was Chuseok holiday. So we had a nice long weekend. Going back to work on Tuesday was dreadful, I think, for many of us. And just trying to get back into that routine. You could just see it on everybody's faces. It was hard. The buses were just a little bit more somber throughout the week as we were all just trying to get back into the swing of things. It doesn't take long to kind of get out of your routine, right? But we are back. We are good to go. And not only are we back to work, but another guest decided to welcome them back into our life, and that is summer. Y'all, I thought fall was here. I thought we were done with summer. I was ready to turn off the air conditioning. And then today, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it's like almost 90 degrees. That's like 30 degrees for all of you non-Americans out there. And it got hot. I was out there sweating again. And tomorrow's supposed to be even warmer. So I guess we shouldn't complain. Enjoy these last few days of summer because it probably won't be around much longer. So it's probably the last little warm kick until next spring. I see our friend KK is here. Hi, KK. Shout out to you in Vegas. Jen is here. Just want to say hello, my fellow penguins. I had to attend a funeral. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that, Jen. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck at the funeral. Kyung-A Kwan Brooks is here saying good morning, Paul. Good morning to you, my friend. Mandy says it's always tough returning to work after days off. It really is. And I always know whenever I have time off, like when I have a normal weekend, and usually my weekends are pretty structured for the most part. Sundays I get up early, I do the live streaming thing, which keeps me intact. And then, Saturday, sometimes I let myself, I'm kind of sleeping a little bit, but a lot of times I'm busy on Saturday. So I kind of just keep my same wake up and go to bed time all throughout the same, even during the weekend. But when it comes to having more than 2 days off, I started going to bed later, waking up later, and then, I can't sleep the night before the return to work because I slept in, and then it's just, it's a mess. It's like this big circle of just messiness, which is what a lot of things are, I guess. But, yeah, it's all right. We are back to it, so I can't complain. It's worth it. Right, that's the thing. It is worth it because there will be actually with the calendar, the holiday calendar in Korea in October. The first 2 Mondays are actually what we call red days, which are national holidays. So it means it's time off work. So we have 2 back-to-back 3-day weekends, and those are just around the corner. So that will be lovely. One of those weekends I'm taking a trip out of Seoul, and the next weekend I'm debating. I kind of want to take another trip out of Seoul, but I'm not sure if I will or not. Maybe I'll just spend some little TLC, puppy bonding time. Melanie says your resting shoulders a little sore, but good after the news you got. Just taking it easy. Yeah, I was really happy to see that your biopsy was okay and all is well, or at least as well as can be. So take care of yourself. Yeah, be careful. Stay safe. Jen says take care, all you too, my friend. And says Lisa, aka Dainty Devil, says hi. Just reached home and luckily I'm only a few minutes late. Hey, the party's just starting, says Lisa. So don't worry about that. Thank you for joining us. It's good to see you, my friend. Bridget's here saying hi, good morning. Nina Maria says good evening, Paul. Good evening to you. It's good to see you. I'm not sure if I've seen you very often here on YouTube. I always see you on Facebook, right? So today we're just going to be chit-chatting and chilling and catching up. And I don't know, like I said, I didn't come live on Tuesday, so I feel like I've been out of this. I feel like I've just been out of the whole sphere for the last few weeks. Just with work, it's just exhausting sometimes to try to keep up with everything. So it's our time to catch up here. So that's why we are doing this. We're also checking out this new soju that I finally got my hands on. This Won Soju made by J Park has been kind of all the rage. It's kind of been one of the hot ticket items to get here in Korea, and I was able to score a bottle of it today. So we're going to be trying that out. I haven't opened it yet, so we're going to see together if it is good or not. So I don't know. Have you guys heard of this soju? It's nicely packaged. It's Won Soju Spirit, traditional Korean distilled soju, 24% volume, 375 milliliters. It's beautiful labeling. So this is definitely not your green bottle soju, I'll tell you that. It also comes with a price tag that tells you that it is not your normal green bottle soju as well. But we'll get to all of that here in just a little bit. I don't want to crack open the bottles too soon and spoil all the fun. It looks like a vodka bottle. It does, right? It does. I went actually, this soju, I guess I can just tell you a little bit about it now. Who is he, asked Melanie. So J Park, I believe he's Korean American. He's big rapper, and just celebrity kind of guy that is big in the Korean music scene. Like I said, I don't know much about him. I know his face. Like I don't even know his music. I just know he's a performer with a lot of tattoos that seems to be allergic to shirts because he's always shirtless whenever I see him online. But I think he's from like LA or something. I think somebody correct me if I am wrong. Okay, maybe says Lisa is already correcting me. He's from AOMG. I don't even know what AOMG is. So I don't know. I thought he not in 2 p.m.? Maybe not. Probably not. I'm probably making that up. KK's been waiting for it to come to the States. So I would say it's probably going to be a while because it seems like it's still really hard to get. So this came out. He says he's right. He used to be the 2 p.m. That's what I thought. So back in the day, like a good 10 years ago or more, I remember when I first moved to Korea, he was in 2 p.m. when they were really popular. But I think some comments that he had made online I think he was canceled. Basically, he was kicked out of the group for making certain remarks against certain people, and I believe that's the way this story went. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, so it was him who was in 2 p.m. Yeah, and so then he was kind of I think kicked back to the States after that, and then I think it took him a while to kind of get uncanceled. So he was kind of one of the first cancel. I don't like to use the word victim because sometimes canceling isn't really, making them the victim, but he was the first recipient, I guess, of being canceled. Again, I don't remember all the details of it, but whatever it is, he seems to be in a very popular light these days. So the soju came out back a few months ago, and there was a big opening event at one of the huge department stores here in Korea, the Hyundai, and you had to try to make a reservation online, still when we were still under a lot of the corona restrictions and everything. And I had the day off of work for whatever reason, and I actually went there and tried to get a ticket. I wanted to make a vlog and everything, and it was so crowded. There were so many people in this tiny little area, and Jay Park was there. I just missed him, like, from his appearance. I didn't get to actually see him, but the vlog never went up because it was just kind of a big disappointment. It was kind of like, oh, I missed the celebrity and I missed the soju because they're like, yo, we're sold out, you don't have a reservation. So it was just kind of annoying, unfortunately. But ever since then, I've been trying to get my hands on a bottle of it, and they only sold so many bottles a day, and it was just a trap. Like, it was just really, really hard to get. So I actually saw a bottle in stores. I heard they were being sold in stores, but I never actually saw them until today. And this is the only bottle there, so it's still, people are trying to get it. So for this was almost 13,000 won, which is, the equivalent of, 10 to 13 US dollars for a bottle of soju. So just FYI, this is about 13,000 Korean won. A normal bottle of soju at the convenience store is going to run you just a little over 1,000 or maybe 1,500 Korean won. So it's almost, a good 8 times the price of your regular chamisul or Jeondae green bottle soju. So I'm hoping it's 10 times as good, and I hope I have 1/10 of the hangover tomorrow morning, because we have another live stream tomorrow, so we'll have to see. Oh, our friend Danette is here. Hello, Danette. Pretty sure he's a CEO of his own label now, I think. I know he's a manager of an MMA fighter, was involved with a big issue with another fighter in the States. It raised his popularity, perhaps. Yeah, I don't keep up with the dude. Like, I know his face. I always see little TikTok reels and stuff of him, but don't really know anything about him other than he's a celebrity. Right, that's all I know. Many pop-ups in Seoul sold out instantly. Exactly. I tried to go to that first day one. It was just impossible. So I felt really sad. I was like, why did I waste my day off going there? And I didn't even get a video out of it. Bridge remembers that. Yeah, it was so crowded. And again, it was during, I want to say it was the early days of the Omicron type of thing, where we still had to show vaccines before we went anywhere. And it was just a mess. And I was like, this is it. I'm catching the Rona today, because there were so many people in this little area. I didn't, thank goodness, but I was kind of disappointed. And I'm not even a huge soju fan, so I was, a little disappointed that I spent all that time going down, because it's on the other side of the city from where I live now. But yeah, moral of the story is I got a bottle. And the motto of this is for the past and to the future. Very wise words. Melanie's asked, where are we heading tomorrow? Well, tomorrow we are heading to the Seoul Botanic Garden. Someplace I've never been. It's something that we've been wanting to go to, because it's kind of been on, I always have a list, right? Like when we do the live streams of like A-list, B-list, C-list. Like A-list, like the really trendy place that I'm like, I'm sure if we go there, people are going to love it. The B-list are like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, maybe some people are going to love it, some people won't. Then there's the C-list that I'm like, well, it's an option. Maybe it's cool, but I really don't know if it's going to be that cool or not. And so this is a place that was kind of on my list of like, maybe it's not that cool. But then I researched it a little bit more, and I was like, oh, this place actually does look kind of cool. So that's what we're going to go check out. Something new. We haven't been there. As the fall comes in, I'm warning you guys, we're going to be doing probably a lot of fall coverage and showing you all the leaves and everything. So I figure we'll go to a few new places now before you get just inundated with all of my fall coverage and live streams and all that other stuff. And a few other types of new videos. I'll keep that for a secret. And then after that, tomorrow I'm actually... I don't know. I think some of you guys know this. I posted a reel about it. There's this little museum type of thing in Seoul, and they are promoting different. It's a government venture, but they're promoting different Korean traditional liquors and alcohols, because there's like over 700 of them throughout the country, and it's really hard, to travel, because a lot of them are just local. And it's hard to, be able to experience them all. So this little museum has opened up, and it's really cool because they're just promoting the alcohols. And again, it's by the government, and they're, investing a lot of money in promoting alcohol. But every month you can go there and try 5 different samples of different alcohols. And I did it last month, and it was in the video that I just did for 50 things to do in Seoul, South Korea. And I tasted, some soju and some makgeolli and some different things. But every month the menu changes. You have to make a reservation, and there's a guy, and he tells you all in English too, which is really cool. And so I'm going to go do that tomorrow as well. That's not going to be in our live stream. It's going to be after. I kind of want to see if I can live stream that at some point. Would you guys be interested in that? You can hear from a real Korean alcohol specialist. A real one, not just a hobby enthusiast. Mandy says, you posted a few new videos this week. Do you do the editing yourself? They turned out great. Oh, Mandy, thank you. Yes, actually, all the editing I do 100% by myself. So that is always what keeps me busy, right? Is the editing. That's a big part of the reason I like to do live streams, because I don't have to do the editing. And so that's kind of a part of the reason the whole live streams came to be. Was I love creating content. I love talking. I love meeting all of you guys. but I don't always love spending all this time behind a computer. Sometimes for a 5-minute video, it means 5 hours of filming and 15 hours editing and making thumbnails and doing research and writing voiceover scripts and all that stuff. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I don't want to do that. So the live stream, you kind of get that instant connectivity, right, without having to do all that. But thank you. Yeah, and I just posted, it's actually in the pinned comment here on YouTube. I posted a video on Friday about 50 things to do in Seoul, or sorry, not 50 things. My mind's obsessed with that. This was some ways to save money. So this is actually a video that we did with the Seoul Tourism Organization, and they have this certain pass. So if you guys ever come to the Seoul, which hopefully you will soon, if you get this pass, it's like $30. You get all these other free things or reduced emissions. So I kind of took you to some of my favorite places using that pass and showed you. So make sure you guys watch that video. But yeah, thank you, Mandy, for noticing. I did edit that all by myself. Keiki's so jealous. You're looking at your bottle, you want it even more. Aw. Well, I wish I could ship it to you, but I'm pretty sure that's not allowed. So I'll taste it in a minute. Maybe it won't even be good. We'll taste it in just a moment. We'll see. So Lee says, is the botanical gardens almost similar to the garden of the morning calm? I've never been to the garden of the morning calm, surprisingly. I really should do that. I should get on that at some point. But no, I believe that was outside. The botanical garden is indoors. Most of it, I believe. Tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. I'll tell you all about it. You'd love to see that. It would be interesting. Oh, I'm glad you guys are interested in that. Yeah, just from the outside, I didn't think it was going to be that interesting. But now that I really kind of researched a little bit more, because I'm always trying to look for new things, to take you to and keep things fresh, not get in the runt of doing the same things over and over and over. There's always those fan favorites, though. Everybody keeps asking me, let's go back to Itaewon, which... I'm like, you guys really want to go back to Itaewon? We will, which is great for me because it's right down the street. I don't have to wake up early. It's super easy for me to talk about. Speaking of, there's no segue into that. If you guys are enjoying this, make sure you hit the thumbs up button here on YouTube. Let us know. So right now, I think we have 6 thumbs up. I think we can get a few more of those, right? Once we get to maybe 15 thumbs up, then I'll crack open this soju. So keep in your toes. Bridget says, I'm glad you do both live and edit videos. The kids in your Asian Culture Club thought it was cool to see Seoul thanks to your video. Aw, well, shout out to them. One time we'll have to, well, times are really challenging, right? I would say sometimes we could do some type of live thing and show your kids. We could talk to them in real time, but the only time I could ever do that would be during nighttime in Seoul, which might not look very interesting to your kids. Maybe, I don't know. We can talk about that sometime. Maybe, if I have a holiday or something, I can show Seoul Tower or something at night. You can show your kids. I'll give them a shout out. We can plan that. Says Lisa, can't join tomorrow. You have two of your marriage course from 9 a.m. to 2 of your marriage courses from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You got to take marriage courses. How many of them do you have to take? Goodness gracious, it's like a full-time job. What are you going to learn in there? I mean, I guess it's probably good. Are they mandatory? Like, do you have to take those, says Lisa, before you can get married? Or is it just recommended or just something you're wanting to do? What do you cover? Oh, I'm interested in this, in a marriage course. What do you... I can understand if you're getting ready to have a child, but marriage course, interesting. I see we're at 11 thumbs up, so once we get to that 15... we'll try the soju here, so I'm gonna buy a little time because as you know, I tend to have those hangovers. There's also another soju that I was actually looking for. So tonight I wanted to try soju, but I wasn't actually on the hunt for this Won Soju. I was on the hunt for a new flavor of soju. I'll keep that. Maybe I'll find it by next Saturday, and then we can have our little cocktail session, and I'll be able to introduce that. It's a well, I won't tell you. I think it's kind of an interesting flavor. The weekend after that, I'll actually be traveling, but we can probably still have our little Saturday party together. But we'll definitely have Sunday party. Got 12 thumbs up, almost to that 15. Getting so close to trying this, but until then, I'm just gonna keep the bottle closed. Because CK and you are from two different family backgrounds, and they teach you how to live in harmony with each other and family stuff like that. Oh, that's cool. That is cool, says Lisa. But is it mandatory or just something you want to do? Like, do you have to do in order to get the marriage license? Do you guys, does everybody else, do you guys have anything like that? Like before you get married, where you have to take a course? And long courses, 9 hours of courses. Ooh, goodness gracious. All right, so it's not, you don't have to do it. Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely good to do and probably good to get those out. Get all that information out. Find out your deepest, darkest secrets of your partner, just in case anything bad is about to go down. Find out sooner rather than later. Wish you had those there. Yeah, I'm sure the states definitely could use that. Whereas what? There's like, like 1 in 2 people, like half the people get a divorce. You'd love a surprise Soju reveal. Well, stay tuned. Okay, there's only 14 people watching for a 15 thumbs up. Well, there's only 14, but people come and go. And so we'll just have to invite more people and just wait. So they'll come. And if not, then we'll do it soon. You guys were thinking the same. See, but the thing is, again, people come and people go. So even though it's only 14, those people change all the time. So we just need 2 more. It'll happen. But before that happens, don't forget also next Saturday, though. Speaking of Saturdays, I think most of you know, but if you haven't heard already, we'll be having our VIP live chat next week for all of our very important penguins, which should be nice and exciting. It's Saturday morning, Korea time. So, we can, Saturday morning, right? I think it was Saturday morning. I have to check the time. But if you're a VIP, which most of you, I think all of you are, we'll be doing that. All right, well, while we have 13, why don't we just crack this open? I'm kind of curious now. Now that everybody else is waiting so patiently to see what it's like. So again, take one. I really like the bottle. It has like that mother of pearl type of like shininess to it. Like the traditional Korean like mother of pearl furniture. All right, let's break it open here. So you can hear that. A little ASMR for you. All right. What's the theme of next week's? I said people can vote, and then we will decide tomorrow night. So we have 24 hours to vote, and then we'll decide the theme. All right. So if you're catching this now, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Melanie. So there is if you check the Facebook, the VIP group, I put a poll, and we're voting. I don't know what the winning is. I didn't look at it today. I'm not sure what's in the lead. I'll be curious to see. There are a few. There was the travel experiences, the talent show, and I think some people posted their own thoughts. So we'll have to see what comes up. But I said tomorrow at 11:59 Korea time is when the poll will close, and then we'll decide the theme. So give us a few days to prepare. But I'm not sure we're going to get our 15 thumbs up. So it's either now or never. So let's go ahead and try this. So thanks for joining me. This is our a little taste test of the Won Soju by J Park. Cheers. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Ooh. I just need a moment to recompose myself. Ooh, I don't know. For some reason, I thought that was going to go down like water. It was going to be smooth. It was going to not be that strong. But it was strong, y'all. It was real strong. Oof. She went down with a fight. Oh, wow. That's just not what I was expecting. I've had a lot of soju. And I thought this was going to be like a premium. Because, it's a $13 soju. I thought it was going to be a nice and smooth. I mean, I guess it's smooth, but oof. I can feel that. That's a burn. That's going down to my belly. Yeah, we're going to be sleeping well tonight with that. Wow. That was strong, y'all. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. Well, shout out to Jay Park. He's drinking because he's trying to get tore up. Because that is, oof. It's already getting warm. It's getting warm in here already, y'all. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I think we might have to keep this for a party. I don't know, maybe we'll take one more shot a little later. If we get to some huge thumb, to say 25, we get to 25 thumbs up, I'll take another shot. Oh, goodness gracious. Unforgettable job experience. Oh, he's in the lead. All right. I feel like I've had some interesting jobs, actually. I don't know which one I'll choose. I mean, you guys know about most of my jobs, but I think being an ESL teacher in Korea is pretty interesting. I think being a flight attendant is interesting. I mean, doing content creation is kind of a job, and it's interesting. You had Emma and Kenna hop on and give a thumbs up for you. Well, thanks for them supporting, taking a shot. He can down the hatch in one. Oof. I mean, more power to him. Y'all know I think for me, the drinking thing has just turned into a fear of hangovers. And I can't enjoy drinking anymore because I know it's going to be followed by a day of hangovers. And I don't even enjoy the process of drinking anymore. Because just all in my mind, I think, oh gosh, I'm going to feel like crap tomorrow. And that's all I can think about right now. Maybe this is, going to be not giving me a hangover because it's kind of premium. We'll see. I'll tell you tomorrow. So if you're watching the live stream tomorrow, I'll let you know how I feel. Depends how much coffee I need. XO Ash is even more excited to try it. Well, there you go, XO Ash. If you want to, I mean, realistically, it's not terrible, but it didn't meet what I was expecting it to taste like. I don't know. I had soju in my mind, and I just thought it was going to be really. I knew it was going to be stronger. It just met me by surprise. I don't know. I just wasn't ready for it. You would need a Sprite or something to drink that. Yeah, it'd probably go well if you mix it with something, I imagine. Or I'll also say this room that I live stream, and you guys can probably hear I have a little fan right here. It gets really warm because it's really quiet, hopefully, so there's no echo. And I have lights on, so this room's always really warm. So this is also getting warm. So warm soju is also kind of a no-no. It's been sitting, I got it almost an hour ago out of my fridge to set up and everything. So that probably doesn't help either, the fact that it's room temperature by now. You haven't had a real job in 22 years. Well, I'm sure something interesting. Being a parent is a real job. I work with kids. I mean, I don't have kids at home, but you guys have that same energy in your household. That's a real job. So he's got flight attendant story to share. All right, I look forward to it. Flight attendant stories are always the best, I think. I'm partial to them. A second shot is needed for a better evaluation. Well, maybe. We'll see. Go post in the group. Tell people we need 10 people to come give a thumbs up. Once we get to 25, we can get to 25 thumbs up. Then I'll fill her up and take her for another spin around the block. How about that? Caking Pride down with no problem. Probably. She's a much stronger drinker than me. My drinking days are behind me, man. I never thought I'd be saying that. I thought I would be a drink until the end. And now I'm like, oh, it's not even that enjoyable to me. Maybe I should try to get back on the horse. Is that the expression? Get back on. No, I think get back on the horse means be sober. So I guess I want to get off the horse. Maybe we should jump off the horse. I don't know what the expression is. Melanie has no stories. I'm sure you can think of something. And remember, the whole theme thing is just kind of help us have something to talk about. You know, since we are a room of people from different walks of lives and different experiences, that I just wanted something that would be a little bit more structured. But if there's something if the theme doesn't fit you, that's fine too. You know, you can just change it. I just want everybody to have a chance to speak if they want to. And then just having kind of a common denominator, I think, kind of helps facilitate conversation. But it's not the end all be all. You know, it's not like you're only allowed to talk about that one particular thing. You just change it. Talk about whatever you want. Our friend Lisa is here. Hi, Lisa. Good evening to you, our friend. Get back on the wagon. But I thought get back... Is it on the wagon? What's a horse? What about get back on the horse? Oh, that's if you fall off. Fall? See, this is a thing, too. I don't know if any... I'm sure so you could probably agree this as like somebody who's learned a different language. Once you leave your home country and you live in a foreign country for long enough, simple things like in your language and your culture just go away. Like there are so many times where I think there's words or phrases or sentences or just things that I haven't accessed in so many years in my brain that I no longer remember it. I'm sure a decade ago I would have known these phrases like the back of my hand, but I probably haven't heard them in so long that they all kind of just get all confused all in my brain. It's really strange. I think a lot of it too, even just speaking at a normal pace in English, took me quite a while to get used to again, because I'm so used to speaking to non-native speakers where I have to speak a little bit slower and not use slang and trying to communicate easily or more easily, so that way when I actually do live streams and stuff, people would just ask like, are you tired? You're speaking so slowly. And I'm like, no, I'm just used to that. So it's kind of weird to go back to a normal pace. Falling off the wagon means to drink again. So what does it mean when somebody says get back on the horse? That just means like if you fail at something, right? Then you get back on the horse. But if you fall off the wagon, it means you start drinking. Exact. All right, so maybe I need to fall off the wagon. Because maybe I'm on the wagon, in the wagon. How do you fall off a wagon? Because you're sitting down in a wagon. I guess maybe that's why you'd be drinking and you got so drunk that you just fell off the wagon. Speaking of drinking and falling off, I saw the craziest thing today, y'all. I don't think I can talk about it on YouTube, but I saw something nuts in the streets. Falling and trying. All right, I should I should study idioms and slang more, because I have forgotten them so much. And just it's so weird sometimes to hear certain things that's like, oh man, I haven't heard that in such a long time, that it's just like not in my brain. It's not in my vernacular anymore. And like, especially when I go back to the States, because it's kind of like having, it's almost like when you live abroad, and I'm sure again some of you can relate to this, it's almost like your brain is like a time capsule of when you left. So in a lot of ways, my brain and my perception of what America is, what my family, my friends, entertainment, politics, everything's just kind of stuck, and over a decade ago. And so when I go back, it's kind of like trying, like, all of a sudden I have to relearn so many things and just learn things, because I don't recognize how things are anymore. It's a really interesting phenomenon. I think something that I spent 20 some years living as an American in the United States, and then I just boom. It's like I a few years ago I was going back to the States, and I was flying into I think it was San Francisco, and I ended up, my flight got canceled and I had to spend like 12 hours in San Francisco. And so I went to Subway sandwiches, And I remember very clearly, I was jet lagged, whatever, but I got a sandwich. It was like $12, and I went to my wallet because I had cash, and I pulled out two bills. In Korea, most commonly you have 10,000, which is like $10, right? There's a 50,000 or $50 note, but most people use just a $10. So if something's $12, 12,000 won, normally, you would give them like two tens, right? And so I don't know. In my brain, I had this wallet full of 20s, but something was $12, and just my brain went to like, oh, that's two bills. So I gave her $40. And she just kind of looked at me, and I kind of looked at her, and I was like, ma'am, I just want my foot long. Like, what's going on? And then I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I realized, like, I gave you $40, but $20 would have covered it. But it's just one of those simple things, like money, that I just forgot about. It happens. Falling off the wagon is like if you start drinking again when you've tried to stop. Falling off the horse, getting back on would be something tough happens, but you don't let it keep you down. Yeah. I that all makes sense. It's all ringing a bell. It just kind of all got confused in my brain, and I mean, I don't want to fall off a horse or a wagon. Both of them. Neither one of those sound fun. But if I had to choose, I guess I'd probably want to fall off a wagon. Because falling off a horse doesn't sound like fun at all. Isn't that how Madonna got injured? Didn't she break some ribs by falling off a horse? Oh, I should study. I call myself an English teacher. I should remember this. Falling off the wagon, falling off the horse. Just think of Humpty Dumpty and drinking. Couldn't put you together again. But you know what? Humpty Dumpty's actually really dark. And Humpty Dumpty wasn't even an egg. I think it was all about somebody's head. That's the whole point, right? So the Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. It doesn't say Humpty Dumpty was an egg. I think some little kid. Humpty Dumpty, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Nowhere does it say it's an egg, y'all. I've been kind of looking things you see on TikTok, and then like you start thinking about fairy tales are dark, and then you start thinking about children's songs. Ooh, go listen to that Aladdin song, y'all. That's dirty. I don't trust any of these people anymore. They're nasty and dark. But let's see. Melanie says, I think just being in another country for a holiday can be a bit strange, especially in Korea. And then coming back to likes of Australia, where cultures and ways of life are completely different. Exactly. When you do it like just on vacation, though, like the differences are in your mind. Like you're very aware of the differences, and they're very obvious because they're just very, open. But when you live somewhere for a long time, those nuances just kind of go away, and it's kind of like a new normal, right? It's kind of like living. I mean, people talk about, like when we were in Corona, especially, people were like, we're going to have a new normal. I don't know. Do you guys think we have a new normal? Because the other day I saw people blowing out candles on, like taking off their masks to blow off candles on a cake, and then everybody's sharing the cake. I'm like, to me, the new normal is like, let's not blow off candles on a cake. Like, 'cause that's nasty, right? If you got to take your mask off to blow out the candles, you probably shouldn't be blowing on that cake. But, like, I don't think we ever really, besides wearing masks outside, like, there just really is no new normal. It's just kind of like we're pretty much back to where we were back in the day, just with more masks, But when you live somewhere, you just learn so many different things, and you forget, is kind of my point. Yeah, fairy tales are dark, y'all, right? They're, you gotta be careful with those things. You shouldn't be teaching these kids such things, or maybe we should, I don't know. But anyways, let's see if we can get 9 more thumbs up before we end this stream. Then we'll take one more shot. Mandy was only in Venezuela for 1 year, but you lost that year of popular culture in the U.S. Yeah, I think also, like, sometimes when foreigners get together, it's a lot different now too, especially because we have streaming services and YouTube. Like, it's much easier in a lot of ways to stay connected. It wasn't that way years ago when I came to Korea as much, but now obviously it's much easier. But you don't always understand how popular something is or isn't. Like the other day I was asking do people watch The Real Housewives of New York? Because I always see people talking about The Real Housewives of New York, but I don't really know anything about it, and I don't know anybody's ever watched it, and I don't know, like, the show ever airing, but people are always talking about it. They're talking about all these people, like, I know their names, like Dorinda. I don't know who Dorinda is, but because she sounds like a Dorito to me, so that's how I remember her name. But people are always talking about Dorinda. Like, I don't know who she is. I don't know her life. But it seems like people have got to be watching Real Housewives of New York, but I don't know who that is. Because nobody around me's ever watched it. So is it popular, I guess? I don't know. Original fairy tales were originally written by Hans Christian Andersen. They were meant to be dark. Someone started to dull them down to make them fun for children. Well, that's kind of life in general, isn't it? Things go dark really quickly. The longer we wait, the longer you will be up. That is true. That is true. You know how it is on these Saturday nights. After this, it's bedtime, and then wake up, kind of like the Lady Gaga, like wake up, like club, no sleep, bus, another club, no sleep. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Probably none of you do. I need Rion here. Rion will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll try it. I'll try it in just a moment. That way, maybe I can cut that part out for a little reel. But hopefully, you guys will be joining us tomorrow, and then are y'all just encouraging me? If I wake up really hungover tomorrow, then you'll know it's your fault. I'm gonna blame it on you. Yeah, you. Another thing, if you guys were in the live stream last week, I told you how I hurt my ankle vlogging. Of course, most pretentious sentence ever, right? Hi, Indy. But I started getting treatment for it finally. How are the penguin puppies doing? Well, that's funny you should say that. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh. Well, I was right here. Hello. This one loves to be on camera. How you doing? It's bedtime, isn't it? I know. I know. Yeah. Cutie. Love my hat. Thank you. Oh, I bought this hat recently. Actually, a few weeks ago, we did a live stream at the Jungmyo Shrine, right? And then after that, we walked over to Insadong. And then I cut the live stream off, but I walked through Insadong. I was looking for something, and I saw this hat, and I really loved it. It actually reminded me of Bridget because it had dragon. This is a dragon hat, right? Yeah. But I didn't buy it because there was a black one, a navy one, and a red one. I wasn't sure which one I wanted, and I just waited. I was like, oh, I don't want to get it. I have so many hats. So I waited to get it. And then a few weeks ago, I was back in Insadong, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to do it. I'm just going to get it. And I was going to go with the red one, and I didn't. I went with this one. I think the actor fell off the horse and got paralyzed, right? Oh, yeah, Christopher Reeves. You always say that you try things twice. It is true. But also, when I have to wake up tomorrow, it's harder to try. All right. I'm going to put you down. Say hi to everybody. I'll see you later. I know. He's like looking right into the camera. What a cutie. All right. I'll see you in a minute. All right. And we'll take it. All right. So where is this? The 45-minute mark. I'll cut this part out. Make it into a reel. All right, so this is the Won Soju by Korean rapper Jay Park. We're going to be trying out here, so let's see how that is. All right, as they say in Korean, Konbae. Woo-wee. That's like firewater, y'all. Oof. Actually goes down smoother the second time. Oh, goodness. I mean, that is a party in a bottle, I believe. Like, that's... Yeah, it's 24%. It's, again, I think it would be much better cold. That's the kicker of it. It's hard to give it a full 100% fair evaluation because it's kind of room temp. But that's it. The Won Soju. If you come to Korea anytime soon, I'll share the rest of the bottle with you. Otherwise, you'll just have to wait. That face. I try to make that face less obvious this time. But yeah, the second one is, I'm sure if I kept drinking it, it would be much better. But the thing is, my core temperature has gone up. It's like Chernobyl in my body. All of a sudden, it's like, if I'm going through menopause or something, y'all, like, I'm warming up. It's definitely something that's going to raise the temperature. Yeah, it would be fun, though. I like it. I mean, it's all right. I just went through a lot of emotions right there. See, I think I'm already getting a little tipsy. I haven't taken a shot like that in a long time, so the things I do for you. Maybe I'll keep this. Maybe I'll keep this for our New Year's Eve celebration. Maybe that'll be our thingy. I hear the clip clop of JK, who's decided to come grace me with his presence. Come here, little piggy bear. Hopefully he won't bite me. Hi. How you doing? Want to smell it? A little JK ASMR? JK SMR? Is he the cutest? And I think they're ready to lay down. Alright, well, I think, my friends, with that, I have 2 shots of soju in me. Hi. JK says hi. This old man. He's ready for We're so happy to see JK. Hey, look at them. Looky. JK's been kind of angry. He's had to go to the vet a few times. He's had some, I don't know, like eye allergy thing. So he's had to get some injections, some shots in his neck. And sometimes, I don't know, he does not like it. He's not a fan at all. He's the cutest. He's my little teddy bear. But with that said, I think it's probably about time for me to go give him some cuddles. So I think we're going to start to wrap this up. But don't worry, we'll be live again in just about 12 hours from now from the Seoul Botanical Gardens. Hopefully I'll be able to see you there. But if I cannot, then I'll see you probably this Tuesday for TTT. Don't forget, in the pinned comment, there is also the video from my ways to save money in Seoul. I'd appreciate if you go check that out and leave a comment and give it a thumbs up. Show a little bit of love. And then, yeah, we'll be back together very soon. And the next Saturday, we'll be together. Goodness, we have a lot of time together, y'all. How happy is that? Time to go sleep like a baby. Yeah, I probably will. I'll probably sleep really well. I'm kind of excited for it. Thanks, everybody. Love you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. And thank you. I will see you all very soon, just about 12 hours from now, from a different location. And then, yeah, go watch that vlog and stay tuned. There's going to be maybe a surprise vlog coming up this week with a new concept that I'm coming up with. Let me just tease you with that, a new concept, a new possible idea. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. If I can't see you tomorrow, then I will see you next time. It's not goodbye. It's see you soon. Have a great day. Love you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.